So if you have hip problems like bursitis, osteoarthritis of the hip, or even knee problems and low back, this is absolutely a key exercise to get good at because it strengthens the gluteus medius muscles right out here on the outside part of the hip. Now, these muscles help to really protect the hip and the low back from forces that you usually incur from a day-to-day experience, like climbing stairs, getting out of a car, playing with your kids, whatever. But training this muscle is brutally difficult. So for this, we're gonna use a wall here to help Ann line up properly and make sure she's doing this correctly, because most people, when they do this exercise in like a class setting, they're doing it completely wrong and actually wasting time and maybe even hurting themselves. So what we wanna do here, Ann, as you can see, first before she even extends the leg, if you'll notice, if I roll her forward, there should be no gap here. So she's gonna scoot her bottom against the wall there. What that does is it makes it so that this muscle's lined up against gravity to pick up the leg. If that's off the wall, then these muscles in front, or the tensor fascia lata muscle group, are working, and that's a waste of time. Bring this leg back now, and then now without arching her back, you notice, see how nicely she's keeping her belly in? Is your low back fine there? Yeah, she's in good shape there. And then her leg is straight, and then she's gonna point the toe upward just slightly. That engages that weak muscle very, very well. Now, without arching her back, she's gonna bring her leg up along the wall as high as she can without moving her pelvis. How hard are you working? About there, right? And that's pretty good, but that's getting her right in that gluteus medius muscle. And then she comes down, and then she goes back up again. And there's the exercise for you. For some of you, and not many of you, this is gonna be too easy. So what you do, come down, you put this foot up on the wall a little bit, and then lift this knee up a little bit. And then pull the belly in, and then now let's see how much harder it is. How much harder is that? A lot harder, and she's doing such a great job of not arching the back. But what that does is it makes it so that the hip muscles down here on her left side, they can't contract to help out. Now she's relying totally on this. How hard are you working? And notice her hand here is here because then she can sense whether or not she's letting her belly out. You've got to keep the belly in when you're doing this. Good job.